And so it begins another episode of the Expat Brat podcast. It's Salman Qureshi.
Woo! Everybody, thank you very much. Thank you for listening. I don't know why I did that high pitched. Welcome, guys. It's Salman here asking, how are you guys? Are you partying? Are you having fun? Are you out clubbing and then just having a great time and coming home to judge other people online? Is that how it's rolling? Are we trolls? Are we? Awesome, guys. This is great. I've been feeling really good because I've been regularly doing my knee physio on my left knee. It's a whole couple of things happening down there on my left knee because my right knee had already buckled last year. And now I'm doing my left knee, and it's good. It's good. I'm just being banned from playing sports, basketball and football, so that I don't cause unnecessary exaggeration of my issues, if that's how I'm supposed to say it. And here I am. Like, it kind of is. That's the tough bit, because I kind of really I really enjoy sports and playing and doing something to kind of let off some steam, right? That's what you do. You got to find some activity, something fun, something that motivates you, something you do with your friends so that you can have a good time, right? We all do it. We all need it, man. And so, like, that's the hard bit. I don't mind doing the exercises. I don't mind working at it and taking a pause, but it's that sports stuff that really is tricky for me right now. Gyms are so boring. Like, I always tell myself, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna spend an hour, and I'm gonna work really hard. I'm gonna work up a sweat and come out like feeling like I've earned my 3,000 calorie lunch. So I have this dream where I will work out so much that it doesn't matter what I eat through the day. It's merely just covering up a little bit of the calories. I got this idea because I read Arnold Schwarzenegger's autobio, and he would talk about how in bodybuilding they'd go to basically buffets afterwards and just like swipe all the food onto their plates, like literally swipe it all, like just gather it all and eat whatever they wanted, how much they wanted. And that is a dream. Except I've got that bit right. I've got the eating bit really nailed it, and it's just the workout bit that needs a bit of working out. So I go to a gym and I tell myself every time, and then I'm in there and I'm like, I can't do this. I don't want to do this. It's so boring. I even try to, like, even if I'm listening to a podcast or a book, it's just ugh. Anyway, which is really funny because I used to work out quite a lot in the gym fairly throughout my life, But anyway, the sports thing was helping, and now I'm off it. Complain, Salman, complain, blah, blah, blah. My life is so tough. The reason I bring it up, though, is because, the whole idea of needing something to make yourself feel better, let off some steam, blah, blah, blah. I've just been listening to this thing about Sanna Marin. If you don't know who that is, and I hope I'm saying her name right, Sanna Marin, like son of a gun, but son of a marine, No, son without the off. So it's Sanna Marin. She's the prime minister or president. What do they have? What do these guys have? I gotta check. I gotta get my facts right. Right. I've decided my she's a prime minister. My podcast will be accurate as hell. So you can almost like use it as a Google, except you can't search on it. You just hope that whatever you're looking for is mentioned through my podcast in that particular episode you're listening to. And it just so happens. So it's a lot of luck and unlikely to happen. But if it does, you know that I got you the right information. Okay? So reliable. That's what I'm going for. So Sanna Marin, yes. She's the Prime Minister of Finland. And so she's been under the news. If you haven't seen or heard, she's been basically like worldwide. People are like crucifying her about partying. All right. Some of her partying videos got leaked and she was with a bunch of friends, and I don't know, was she twerking or something? She was having fun. She was drinking and she was dancing, and that it was a private party. And now, look, I'm gonna break this down. I'm gonna try understanding this from both perspectives. All right, I'm gonna try being fair about this. Firstly, a little background on this person from what I know. 34 years old, she becomes the youngest state of head. I don't know if anyone has ever become prime minister at that age. Like, I think back, I'm much older than her, and I think back to when I was 34, and man, if someone had put me in charge of a country, oh dear, yeah, that would not have ended well. Like, forget a country, a company. I don't know. I was in charge of a department, and let's just say, that was tough. So for this person to come out, I don't know how she'd be. I should have read some history on her, considering, I don't know, she just came into my mind when I was just when I started talking. And the fact that she's probably done well. So she's okay, let's be fair. Finland, not the hardest country to govern. Yeah. It's the happiest country in the world, the cleanest air. Their education system is supposed to be the best. One of their taglines is like, it's a country of 1,000 lakes. 1,000 lakes. And that's under stating it, because I found out it's actually 180,000 plus lakes they have in that country. It's awesome. It's ridiculous. Anyway, they're supposed to be the happiest people in the world. They're known for what? Like Nokia, failed company. No, not failed company. It was a great company, and also taking saunas. Like, that's their stereotype. Of all the countries in the world, you look at stereotypes, and it's saunas for them. Like, they just like to do a lot of it. And apparently that was one of the things at the party of the thing that she was at. Can you imagine? Can you compare that to other countries? Like, I'm from Pakistan, man. Our stereotypes, nothing like a sauna. Maybe the good side is like food, but other than that, I wish my country was known for saunas instead of like exploding. So it's not a good stereotype. It's not completely true. It's unfair, but it is what it is. And I'd rather be known as the people who are happy and take naked, hot baths together than be a hotbed for extremism or overly conservatism, right? And not being happy. Just the opposite. Just never. I just saw a video today of a Pakistani KFC, this city called Shekhapura, and the KFC staff are beating up this customer. And there's a backstory, I guess deservedly, right? So I'm taking a little break from nice Finland to go back into my home country, and they're kicking, like really just beating him down, and it's terrible to watch in a way. Also slightly amusing to me, but it's I was like, what happened? What did he do to deserve this? And then I saw another clip of just previously. Apparently the story is this, okay? His order took too long. God damn it. When you go for fast food, it means fast food, all right? So he got annoyed. I don't know how long the delay was. Was it 5 minutes? Was it 50 minutes? We don't know. And then he kind of walks into the employee area, like behind the till, and just slams some of the equipment down. And that's the clip I watched. So apparently that's how it got going. And then somehow it ended up, apparently, possibly he attacked some women employees who were just, abusing them. And they at some point decided to go after him. And the clip's quite funny in one context where there's this guy in a blue t-shirt. You got to watch it if it's all over the internet right now. He comes in, kicks a few, and then runs off, right? So this Chancer guy is in the video going, I'm gonna throw in a few punches and get rid of my frustration. So what basically, when you watch a video like that, when staff in a fast food restaurant are beating up this guy, you just go, how frustrated and angry are the people there, man, to have gone through that? It's true, right? You gotta have been really, really annoyed to have to come down to doing that. And so, yeah, right? What's the opposite? Like, I think generally everyone needs a little bit of like just letting go, like having fun, and that's harder in places like Pakistan. First of all, because the practical life, everything's falling apart. Your inflation and politics and whatnot, and then because of the conservatism and whatnot, there's a lack of real entertainment. I think a lot of this is anger, but also lack of entertainment. So that's entertainment for them. I think that's why that guy in the blue top walks over, throws in a few kicks, because it's his way of having some kind of fun. And unfortunately, that's their outlet and the only opportunities they have. Versus, I don't know, partying, right? Or like I said, hot saunas naked together. You tell me which one's better, right? Now, the other thing, now, there's been like different reactions to this Sanna Marin thing, right? So some people have kind of gone in supporting her, and I think so, right? Like again, like I know it's not it's one of the easiest countries to govern, I suppose, in a way, but it's like she could have easily screwed up things, right? Like if things are going well, people come in, she could have been stupid and gone, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fix things up a little bit. I'm gonna make some changes, and that would have disrupted the whole country, and it would turn into another like terrible, unhappy country, and she would have gotten a lot of crap for it. Now remember, gotta give her the due. She was overseeing things during the pandemic, and that, man, for a 34-year-old, I don't know. None of us knew what to do with that stuff. A lot of world leaders made all kinds of stupid mistakes around it, that affected people, affected kids, families, and whatnot. And she kind of navigated it through. And that's, you got to look at her and go, she's good at what she does. She's smart. She must be smart. There's something going on with her that's special and good, right? So you can't like go, I don't know. So there's that side of her that I admire. I'm like, that's great. And so, if at the end of the day she's working hard and she wants to party a little harder, why not? That's what I think. And then so a lot of people in Finland are coming out in support of her. A lot of women are, because I think prior to this scandal, she had done a photo shoot some time back, and it was a little provocative apparently, and so a lot of women came out in support of that too. And I think, when I look at these two things, I'm kind of thinking, is it a bunch of men just going, hey, beautiful woman, doing well at her job, and how can we pull her down a little bit, like a notch of jealousy or some sort of stuff like that, or some self-hating women who just go, oh my god, head of state shouldn't be wearing that and whatnot, like these expectations off any person. I just find it, I just find the whole thing a little bit of an opportunity for her enemies or political opponents to kind of cash on. They gotta find something, right? If someone's doing well, you gotta look for some kind of dirt. If someone's the economy's doing well, the country's doing well, she's handling stuff well in the country, the problems are fairly decent in there, they're still the happiest people in the world, then you gotta go, all right, listen, let's destroy her persona, reputation and stuff, right? Could be that. I don't know. So the good side of her and everything, I'm like, I just don't see it being a bit of a scandal. Now, the other thing is also, I don't think Finnish people, is that what you call them? Finnish people? I'm sorry, that just made me laugh, because I'm like, they're the Finnish people. Who are the starter people? Sorry, this is a bad, dad jokes. Oh my God. But really, if you were known as the Finnish people, that would be, oh no, here they come, the Finnish. It's all gonna end. I don't know. The Finnish people, I don't know why that's funny to me. So anyway, one of the other things they are known for is binge drinking. And so it's not like she's doing something unusual for her people, right? Like, she literally, everything she's done in that video is something normal Finland people, I'm gonna stop saying Finnish because I'm probably saying it wrong. I bet I'm saying it wrong. I bet that's not how it's pronounced. Anyway, and so she's not doing anything that other Finnish people. Sorry, this is so stupid. I should edit this out, but I'm too lazy to. And yeah, so she's doing stuff that regular people are doing. So it's a little hard to criticize her for that, right? So that's all the good side of it. I think at the same time, when I'm looking at it, I'm also thinking, you're the head of a state, right? And here's the problem side of it. Now, prior to this video, she had also been caught at a club shortly after she had been in contact with someone who had COVID, someone in parliament. And then she went out into a public club. So you're kind of going, this is a recurring habit, isn't it? she shouldn't have gone out. That was irresponsible. And so shortly after you've just been busted out, you go and do this. So can you blame some people going, are you really, is she responsible enough? And so I kind of got thinking also, I'm also like, you're head of state, man. And if you're drunk and some kind of emergency happened, what would have happened? Like, like if Russia had decided we're attacking Finland today, and she was drunk, and the generals are like, "Hey, listen, we are in trouble. The Russians have come in, and we need to do something about it." And she'd just be like, "I just call them over to the party. We'll all dance, and we'll just have a bit of fun instead." I don't know if that accent that I'm doing, how bad it is. I am almost scared to listen back to it later, but I think that's how people from there talk. All right? I'm just going to stereotype that stuff too. Call them into the sauna, and we'll all just take off our clothes, and everything will be fine. She'll probably be slurring a lot more too. Or what if she's not? What if she's like angry? What if she's one of those angry drunk people, and she's like, no, just launch the bombs against them. Does Finland even have any bombs or army to fight back? How would they? There'd be all sorts of emergencies that she'd just be too drunk to handle, right? And I think that's what scared people a little bit. Of course, that's pretending that no one else in any world leader ever gets to that state ever. Can you imagine Obama being like that? Like, when I can imagine Trump being like that. Biden, you're just like, is he alive? As long as he's breathing, okay, we can deal with the emergency. But someone like Obama would just be like partied out, and people would be like, "Hey, we found Bin Laden. Well, let's get him. We will strike a bomb and kill him." Oh God, I can't do Obama. That's terrible. But you get the gist of it. I don't know how different world leaders are at any given state. There must be a backup plan, right, guys? Why are you guys getting annoyed about it? What kind of emergency would happen in Finland anyway? The saunas are not heating up properly. What are we going to do? The people are angry. They're slightly upset. The people are slightly upset. They're not as happy as they normally are. And this is hurting approvals, you know? People are checking on 8 instead of 10 out of happiness. This is terrible. It's a national tragedy. Yeah, that's what's going to happen in Finland. That's the emergency. I don't know. That's how people are, right? So they're just trying to find something. I do think, all right, there's one thing I really do want to belittle her for. Not belittle her for. That was really naive to think she would party and have friends be taking pictures and stuff. Okay, friends, but yeah, are they really friends when you're like head of state, right? There's always someone who wants something out of you. And then, like, is she surprised the pictures leaked? What was she thinking, man? Like, I look at my own close family, and I'd be like, one of them, with all due respect, one of them might leak something by accident, or they're all drunk. Someone's going to upload something. We live in the day of social media. Did she really think it was not going to come out? Unless she wanted it to come out. Ooh, conspiracy theory. Something's up. Maybe this is a distraction from something else she's doing behind her back. Remember, she's what up till now I think is an intelligent 34-year-old smart person to get to the head of state. That takes some kind of level of intelligence and scheming. I just don't, it's politics are involved. So is she distracting us from something more important going on? Are they really maybe short on drinking, binging enough? Are one of the lakes drying up and she's like, quick, twerk. Distract them. We had 180,000 lakes. Now we have 179. I don't know, guys. Maybe that's it. maybe I'm onto something. Maybe this is all a distraction. Maybe the Santa Claus village has been destroyed, and she's like, I gotta leak out something else to distract people from what's happened. Maybe behind our backs, Nokia is finally re-emerging with a new phone, and this is just distracting all the big tech companies and everybody from watching what's going on. And then bam, Nokia's gonna come out with the latest greatest phone with the updated version of Snake on it, and we'll all just convert to it, drop our iPhones and Android phones, and go, I'm back on Nokia, where the batteries last for years instead of for minutes. All right. I think that's it. I think I have solved the problem or the story behind this whole thing and what's really going on and what Sanna Marin is doing. We're on to you. That's what's happened. That is exactly what's happened, people. So she basically knew someone's going to release it, and she's acting all surprised. You know what she had to do? She had to release a drug test. She had to do a drug test and release it because her opponents. I'm just like going on a whole different tangent about this now, but they were just like, no, she was probably on drugs and stuff, and she partied out, and so she took a drug test, and I'm like, what does that even prove? We don't know when the party happened. She refuses to say exactly the date. So if she did like 3 days later, who cares? But it's all optics, right? And just, it's a lot of political. I really do think it's distracting from something. Anyway, that's what's going on in the world. That just, I think if someone's doing a great job, leave her, let her be a little bit, and let them have a bit of fun, as long as nothing's getting destroyed. I don't know. I think we all need some sort of thing. Maybe she needs to replace the partying with like chess. Yeah, do that instead. But something's got to give, and that's how we roll, people. So anyway, my life has more important things. We're trying to toilet train Zayan. That's what people. That's what's really going down in the real world. I'm keeping it real, and man, that stuff is hard because he's it's really funny. My 4-year-old, almost 4-year-old, he every time you take the diaper off and let him wander around, he kind of is patting on his thighs and butts like, hey, something's missing, right? And then he holds it up because he's like, I don't like getting wet without my diaper in there. And then we put him on the bathroom after a little bit to see, you can go now on the potty, and then he's not ready to do that yet. Then as soon as he's off it, he pees on the floor, and you're like, it's really frustrating. It's early days, guys. I just thought I'd keep you posted on the real important things of life and what's going on with me. Yeah, that's it. So world politics and potty training. I covered it all, people, on this episode. I killed it. And I think you must have enjoyed this episode. Anyway, I got to get going. I got things to do. I'm going to try going into the gym now. I still got to work out and see if I can get to those hour-long gym sessions so I can eat a heavy lunch, because there's something on my mind that I want to eat. In the meantime, you guys have a good week ahead. Thank you for listening, and make sure you share and show some love to the episode. As always, I will catch you on the next one. Take care, goodbye, or as a dog would say, woof.